All right, for today's Ask the Girls, we have a really, really long story, so I need you to all open your ears and listen carefully, all right? So we have someone saying, Ati, kindly advise me. I've been dating this guy for 5 years now. He's not ambitious, but he promises he will change. He also has a good heart. Character-wise, he's like 120%, and I am also very, very close to his family. So my question, it has been 5 years and there's no sign of change. He has a lot of potential, but he's not ambitious. He hasn't told me his visions. Hey girl, 5 years. He hasn't told me his visions, and I'm not sure if he even has one. So should I stay hoping he will realize his potential, even if it's another 5 years? Or should I leave? I don't want to regret leaving him because he is such a character, which is hard to get nowadays. But also, for how long will I wait before he gets it together and finally proposes? Plus, if I break up, how will I deal with his family now that I'm very attached to them? Please help.
I'm so tired. I want a nap.
You want to take
I would like to take a nap. Okay. In 2020, we are not dating potential. Let's just get that out. We are not dating potential. He's not a person that we are going to date. Number two, I don't understand why anyone is dating anyone for 5 years. This is not a presidential term. Yeah. I don't get it. As somebody who, before my husband, my son's father, who I dated for 6 years, like looking back, I'm just like, what are we doing for 6 years? Like, unless you start dating when you're like 16, which then it makes sense. But like in our adulthood, I don't see why anyone is dating someone for that long. And then to be dating them for that long and you still don't know like what his vision is, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And you know, the funny thing about this kind of story is that if you think that suddenly he's going to now get a vision and then now he'll be different, that's not what's going to happen. Like, you're going to get married to him and then you will be the one who's the ambitious one, the one who is carrying the vision, the one who is like pushing for things to happen. If that's not the life that you want, you need to check out. As for about the family and what, you'll get over it. They'll get over it.
You will. I mean, here's the thing, First of all, there is nothing wrong with you dating a man who isn't going to be ambitious and isn't going to change their life overnight. You can be the provider. Let's start there. If you look at this man, no, listen, not on me, as in, not for me, I'm just saying. If you look at this man and be like, do you know what? You're saying the character is 120%, right? And you've been dating him for 5 years with this 120% character and zero ambition, right? So let's assume he sits right there. Are you happy with this? That's the question.
No, that's why she's asking us, the girls.
If you're not happy with this, baby girl, you have been wasting 5 years. And if ambition is supposed to come from someone, you can't see my vision for me. The reason why you don't know the vision is maybe because he doesn't have a vision. Because when somebody is passionate about something, it is their daily bread. It's what they do. For example, if you meet me and you don't gather that I'm a TV show host, you didn't meet Lydia, like, because this is what I'm passionate about, you know? And I know it's very beautiful and it's very romantic when you hear these stories. Hey, we were in the trenches for like 10 years and then, you know, boom. But guess what? The trenches is him waking up every day going to hustle. The trenches is him putting down his business plan and knocking on every single door that we hear about investment. The trenches is him being out there in the field practicing his football, and then he got successful. But when it's just he's not doing anything, Han, you are wanting for him something he doesn't want for himself. And you just have to cut your losses, either stay with him as he is or move on.
And honestly, from the gist that I'm getting, I feel as if you have two things. There's the first part of his life's ambition and everything, but girl, I don't think that's really your problem. Because at the end, you're like, how long do I wait before he gets it together and finally proposes?
So
that is what I feel as if is your main problem. You lucky, you okay with him being a bum. You're okay with him having no ambition. You're okay with him having no vision. You just want to get married, and you're like, I've spent 5 years waiting, and he's not asking me to marry him. And I think that's where you need to now look at your standards and think, oh my gosh, why am I so desperate to get married to a man who I know has all these red flags that I'm not happy with, but I just want to be married because for the sake of being married, you know? That's the real problem.
Absolutely. And there's something that Lydia is always saying. This I think she said something like, it's so hard to find this nowadays, like somebody who has this kind of character. That's a scarcity mentality, which we are not accepting. Like, if you already approach any kind of situation saying, but I'm sure I'm not even going to get something better. Like, no, that's actually just laziness. It's that you'd rather the devil that you know,
The
so to speak,
comfort.
exactly, the comfort, even if it's not that comfortable, than to go out and like trust that, okay, fine, you know, you're going to look for something and maybe you definitely will fight, because there are men out there. There are men out there, and don't believe the lie that they're all gone, because they're actually there. I think what you need to do is just cut your losses, because if it's been 5 years, if you wait another month, it's going to be 5 years and a month. If you wait another 2 months, it's going to be 5 years and 2 months. So just do it now and then start on your healing process.
It's true.
Yeah.
The way I'm able to like articulate whether or not I have a scarcity mentality with something is like with food. When you eat your meal, are you stressed that the next one won't come? No, you know it's going to come. But then you're a man, you date a man, and you stay there chewing on the same dry bone because you don't know if you're going to get another one. That is like an idea of like, you know, they're hard to find. Character, your character cannot be 120% when you are not fulfilling this one big thing that I think that I want. You know, like let's stop saying, aside from him being a narcissist and a cheater and a beater and a womanizer, his character is 100%. No, there's like you've already put the standard up here, so you're deluding yourself. If you say he's not ambitious and that's a deal breaker for me, he doesn't look that great, so that means you are gonna have to make a decision. I know it's tough, but that's just what it is.
And me, I'm sorry,
we're not dating potential.
Exactly.
No.
I honestly don't think I can date a man who doesn't have ambition, because it's like saying where you are in life right now, you're comfortable. So that means like there's not even we're building something together. It's like this is probably what this is your future. Like as you see him, that is your future. Would you rather that or just like have to break up with people's families? But by the way, the thing for breaking up with people's families is a real thing. Like you know how you date someone for so long and you like really are in touch with their family.
That's hard.
It's a really hard thing. Yeah,
it is. Like you go, it's not deep that you can't get past it. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something as well. As far as you want him to propose, are you okay with your son being like this man? If your answer is no, next. Next, because you should assume that the female, your woman is going to, your daughter is going to be like your woman and vice versa. If you want to be knocking on your son's bedroom at 40 years old because you won't go to get a job, this is your future, honey. Anyway, we hope we've helped you. We are trying to be really passionate because we believe that women need to start feeling like they have power over their lives. They need to start feeling like the standards that they're holding are enough and somebody's going to match them. Okay? So anyway, please let us know, what do you think in this scenario, or are we just being harsh?